Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be talking about how to negotiate for a salary increase with your employer. How to negotiate for a salary increase with your employer. All right. As you can see me displayed on that banner, my left and right corner. Now, negotiating your salary can be nerve cracking. Yeah. And it's an important skill to develop to ensure you are compensated fairly for your skills and contribution. So it's not an easy skill set to develop, but it's an important skill set to develop so that you can be compensated fairly for your skill set and for your contribution. Now, I'm going to be listing out some points on how you can negotiate, your salary. Number one thing you got to do is do your research. So do your research. In that research you're going to be doing, what will you be learning? What do you want to get out of it? You want to know your worth. Research the market rates for your role, considering your experience, your skill set, the industry, and location. Now, why is that? Take, for example, the same role, GRC analyst or information assurance analyst. They will not pay you the same salary like someone that is, if someone that is based in Texas, USA, will not get the same salary of someone that is based in Maryland or in Virginia or in Washington, D.C. The person that is based in Maryland, Virginia, Washington, D.C. will earn more than the person that is based in Texas for the same role, the same industry. Why? Because of different adjustment, cost of living in those locations. They put that into consideration. So that is why you need to do your research. So in that research, you'll be able to research the market rate for your role, considering your experience, your skill set, your industry, and your location. Use resources like salary survey, websites such as Glassdoor, PayScale, LinkedIn Salary, all of that, and industry report to gather those data. And one important thing these days is most employers that are posting jobs, now they are mandated to put the salary range. Whenever they are posting out any open position, they are mandated to put the salary range. But assuming that, yes, they put salary range, now you are in the job, you spent 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and then you've not gotten any salary raise or increase. So this, this video is for you. So make sure you do your research. In that research, you want to understand the market rate for your role, for your skill set, your industry, and your location. And then part of doing your research is that you also want to understand the company. Research the company's financial health, compensation practice, and the types of salary range for your position. So do a research on your company. Are they financially healthy? What is the compensation practice? Then the typical salary range for your position. Know how your company values the role will help you. Knowing how your company's value the role will help you to tailor your negotiation. So number one is do your research. That research should stimulate you to know the market rate for your role, your position, and your industry. The research will help you to know more about your company's financial health, their compensation practice. So that is number one. Now, number two, tips on how you can negotiate, a salary increase with your employer is prepare your case. You've got to prepare your case. Now, list your achievements, document your accomplishments, skills, and how they have positively impacted your current or your previous employer. Be ready to quantify your contributions. That is, be ready to quantify it. For example, increase efficiency by 20%, save the company $50,000 or $100,000. Yeah, be ready to quantify your contribution. So list your achievements. And then part of preparing your case is that you should know your unique value proposition. It's part of you preparing your case. Identify what sets you apart from other similar roles. Highlight your unique skills, certifications, or experience that make you exceptionally valuable. So you've got to prepare your case. In preparing your case, list your achievements. In preparing your case, know your unique preposition. So that's point number 2. Point number 3 is choose the right timing. Choose the right timing. Timing is key. Choose an appropriate time to discuss salary. The best time is usually after receiving a job offer or during a performance review. If you're already employed and seeking a raise, timing it with the completion of a successful project or a positive performance review can be beneficial. Now, in some organizations, during performance review, they increase salary. However, in some organizations, they don't. In some organizations, they increase salary every year. But in some organizations, they don't. So that is where timing comes into play. You've got to be able to time it. And what is usually best in this is you discuss salary increase when you have just completed a project that is massive or whatever, and you have been given a lot of accolade for it. You also discuss salary increase during the completion of performance appraisal, if it is not part of the performance appraisal review process. So timing is key. And then another is don't rush the offer. Part of choosing the right time. Don't rush the offer. If you have received a job offer, show enthusiasm for the roles and organization, then take some time to review the offer before initiating the negotiation. So timing is key. Now, I've done this multiple times, that maybe at the time of negotiating or getting the job offer, I realized that I negotiated myself low. Now, what I usually do is, okay, I make sure that I perform exceptionally well during the job interview. Exceptionally well. And then when they give me the job offer, I will counter the salary that is on the job, on the offer letter, telling them that, oh, maybe another employer has offered me something higher than this, if they can match it, all of that. So in some cases, yes, it works out for me, but in some cases it doesn't. So I'm not saying you should follow the same, but just know the right timing to negotiate for a salary increase. Know the right timing. And then tip number 4 is practice your pitch. How to say it. Practice it so that you'll be able to exude confidence. Now you've got to, during practice, just role play, practice your negotiation, with your friends, mentor, or career coach. This will help you to become comfortable articulating your value proposition and responding to different scenarios. And then during practicing your pitch, it gives you confidence and clarity. That is, practice speaking clearly and confidently. Avoid sounding apologetic or uncertain. Be assertive but polite. So that is you practicing your pitch, role playing, and then you practicing your pitch in order to get confidence, build confidence and clarity. So that's point number 4. Point number 5 is set your salary range. Set your salary range. Now, like I said in the previous, point, know the salary compensation of, practice of the organization. Now, establish a range. Decide on a target, or range before negotiation. Have a minimum acceptable salary range. Your walk-away point, a realistic salary and an ideal salary in mind. Don't just be vague. So don't be vague. Have that salary range. That is the minimum one, the minimum amount you can accept or not. And then you also, while you're setting the salary range, be flexible. While having a range is important, now be open to other forms of compensation, such as bonuses, stock options, vacation time, professional development opportunities, and other benefits. So be flexible. So most times it's not only the monetary aspect of salary or compensation that you should focus on. Be flexible and be open to other forms of compensation, such as the bonuses, stock options, vacation time, professional development, PTOs, all of that. Yeah, so that's point number 5. Set your salary range. And then point number 6 is initiate the conversation. Initiate the conversation. That is, express your interest for a salary increase. Express your interest for a salary increase. Start by expressing enthusiasm for the role and the company. Show that you are excited about the opportunity. Show that you are excited about the job, the work, the task that you do, and the accomplishment that you have done, you have helped the organization to achieve. Show that you're excited about it, and then present your case. Use your research and accomplishment to justify why you are asking, for a higher salary. For example, based on my experience and market research for this role and, in this location, I believe a salary increase of this amount to this amount will be appropriate. So present your case. So that is you initiating the conversation. So under you initiating the conversation is where you have you expressing your interest and presenting your case. And then point number 7 is listen and be ready to counter. Listen and be ready to counter. Listen to their offer. Your employer, listen to their offer. Let your employer make the first offer if possible. This gives you a starting point to negotiate, from. And then be prepared to counter as well. If the initial offer is lower than expected, politely express your concern and provide your counter offer based on your market research and your value proposition. Yeah. So listen and be ready to counter. And then point number 8 is consider the entire compensation package. I said it earlier on. Consider the entire compensation package. So look beyond salary. In most cases, in most times, look beyond salary. Now, evaluate other components of the compensation package, including the health benefits, retirement benefits, bonuses, stock options, remote work, flexibility, vacation time. So you want to look at that. In some organizations, they give, 20 working days of PTO, 20 working days of PTO, 5 or 10 working days of sick leave. So when you add that 20 working days plus 5 working days of sick leave, that's 25 working days. So that 25 working days, when you calculate it based on the amount they are paying you, when you calculate it maybe based on an hour, so that's 25 working days. 25 working days, so that is more than 80 hours. So that is more than 80 hours. So your salary, your PTO, and your sick leave is already giving you more than 1 month's salary. And then they could also be giving you health benefit. The health benefit, now look at it carefully. Is it that your employer is contributing 80% and then you are contributing 20%? That is part of a huge compensation. And then some employer may also want to offer like a 10%, 15% annual bonus, depending on how, amount of profit they make at the end of the year. So 10 or 15% bonus on your annual salary added to the compensation package. And then some employer might offer stock options, giving you stock options. Some employer might offer retirement benefits. That is maybe 401k where you contribute any amount and they match it. And some employer might say, okay, you know what, even if you don't contribute any amount, we will be the one who will contribute. So you look at that and then look at, okay, is it a full remote opportunity? So the entire compensation package, consider it. And then negotiate for other benefits as well. If employers cannot meet your salary expectation, consider negotiating for other benefits that may improve your overall compensation package. Now, I remember one of my, what's it called, offer where I negotiated for, other benefits, which was not initially added. So I negotiated the health insurance. When I read what they have on their website, I realized that, oh, it's 80% may contribute 20%. Now, what about the sick leave? They don't offer sick leave, but I negotiated for sick leave. The PTO, I negotiated for at least a more higher number of paid time off. So look at the entire compensation package as well. So that's point number 8. Point number 9, stay professional and positive. Maintain a positive attitude. Keep the conversation professional and amicable, regardless of the outcome. Avoid making ultimatum or showing frustration. And then show willingness to compromise during the conversation. Show willingness to compromise. And point number 10 is know when to accept or walk away. So be ready to either accept or you want to walk away. Know your limits. Know your limits. And then you can follow up. Point number 11 is follow up in writing. Get it in writing. Once an agreement, is reached, ensure that the final offer is documented in writing. Don't accept the verbal offer alone. Yeah, verbal offer is the starting point, but ensure that it is documented in writing. This should include all aspects of the compensation package. And then express gratitude. Send a thank you note or email expressing your appreciation for the opportunity and the outlining the agreed upon terms. And then continue to improve, learn from each experiences. So these are few of the points you should put in mind when negotiating for a salary increase with your employer. Now, one thing that you should know is building this negotiation skill is challenging, but it's not important. So the more you learn, that is why this kind of video is important. So we don't expect you to know all of these points just at once. So learn, review the video, watch the video over and over again so that you can build confidence, marshal out your plans, do your market research, lay down your plans, practice it before you start expressing it, before you, go and meet your employer for that particular discussion. And then you also want to make sure that you review the whole overall compensation package. So one put together so that it will not be during the meeting that your employer will be telling you that, don't you know you have 21, PTO? Don't you know you have 5 days of sick leave? Don't you know we give you health benefit is 80-20? Don't you know you have retirement benefits? We contribute this amount. Don't you know we give you bonuses? So do your whole research. Make sure the overall compensation package, you understand it, you know the monetary value of the overall compensation package. And if there's a need for you to still go ahead with negotiating a salary increase, then you do. But if there is none, leave it, let it be. All right. Thank you so much. I believe this video makes sense to you. And if it does, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video, share this video. Drop your comments. If I have missed out anything from this point you want to add to this point, please drop it in the comments section. I will read it. I appreciate you for it. And I'll also, respond back. Thank you. Bye for now.